rescue operations restart in the morning. Meanwhile, the Republic of Balochistan, which is a de facto organization that has declared itself and Balochistan as a free state. It's a de facto government, but I can also argue that the government in Pakistan is also just a de facto government, considering it's run by the army. But the Republic of Balochistan, as they call themselves, have strongly rejected Pakistan's statement at the SCO summit. The statement says the people of Balochistan strongly denounce the deceitful and hypocritical remarks made by Pakistan's Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif at the 25th Shanghai Cooperation Organization summit in Tianjin. Once again, Pakistan has shamelessly attempted to brand the peaceful and legitimate Baloch freedom struggle as terrorism in order to conceal its own war crimes and satisfy the ambitions of its military establishment in robbing across the region. We condemn Pakistan's cynical exploitation of international platforms like the SCO to silence the genuine and homegrown Baloch voices. Let the truth be clear, Pakistan is not a victim of terrorism. It is an architect, exporter and global sponsor of terrorism. The international community itself possesses undeniable proof of Pakistan's blatant involvement in sheltering Al-Qaeda leadership and supporting extremist networks across the region for 20 years. For decades, Islamabad and Rawalpindi have deceived the world while spreading violence and instability from Kabul to Kashmir. History cannot be erased. On the 27th of March 1948, Pakistan violated every principle of international law by illegally invading the sovereign state of Balochistan. Since then, Pakistan has become the single greatest threat to regional peace and security. It is not Balochistan, but Pakistan that destabilizes the region. In Afghanistan for 5 decades under the cover of fake jihad, in India over 70 years through proxy wars, in Kashmir, in Jordan and elsewhere. The statement continues. We've been, of course, speaking to these people, of course, who are in exile from Balochistan. Many of them, of course, are bravely have been in Balochistan. Many of them have been reporting on the mass graves that have been found there. It is a turbulent situation. This is, of course, in reference to what happened in the last SCO summit, which joint declaration spoke about terrorism in Balochistan, but not this time. This time it was just Pakistan speaking about Balochistan. The SCO declaration actually covered Pahalgam. We leave it at that as we get more information and more reactions on this. Let's open up this telecast. Gautam Mukherjee joining us, Professor Madhav Nalapat is with us, General Sanjay Soy is with us, Ambassador S.C. Muni and Sumit Peer. But before that, we also have Ambassador Ajay Bisaria, who's been the former High Commissioner to Pakistan. Ambassador Bisaria, before I speak about the SCO summit, I have to ask you about what's happened in Afghanistan, sir. Very unhappy scenes that are coming from there. 800 people are already dead. We are being told what is possible for us to do in mobilization of any relief material, sir.
I think, Rishabh, this is a huge tragedy in Afghanistan, and my own recommendation would be that India should immediately be the country which delivers humanitarian assistance. It doesn't matter what kind of government Afghanistan has. India has a coordination mission already in Afghanistan, and India has been an HADR, humanitarian assistance and disaster relief, first responder. So I think India should be one of the early responders in this huge tragedy in the region and help out.
Okay, and help has already started coming, and like I mentioned, it's complicated because we don't have a land border. So either you have to go over Pakistani airspace or you have to go through the north-south corridor from Chabahar. But I'm being told it's happening, it's moving already. Okay, so let's get back to the big ticket items in the past 24 hours, Ambassador Bisaria. A lot of photo opportunities have taken place. So let me just get a perspective from you. When we see Narendra Modi and Vladimir Putin walking hand in hand, breaking a bit of protocol, then walking ahead with Xi Jinping, what are we being told? What is the message that is being sent to us?
I think this was an important visit by PM Modi to both Japan and China for the SCO, and not just for the plurilateral SCO dynamics for Eurasia, but also for some of the bilateral outcomes in terms of Japan, getting onto a new level of security and investment partnership, in terms of China, with a better than expected pace of the thaw or of the tactical adjustment on the border, and also with Russia in the context of the Ukraine war, but also in the announcement of Putin's visit to India for the annual summit, and the very unexpected mini summit that took place in the Russian leader's automobile, where some sensitive issues could have been discussed. So I think this was certainly in the broader context of a dip in the relationship with the US, symbolically, at least, a statement of India's multi-alignment policy, the multi-vector engagement policy. But I think it doesn't really change the big picture, the long-term picture of India's relationships with the major powers that will remain.
Okay, fair enough. Of course, we shouldn't overplay it, we shouldn't underplay it. And you mentioned that there's a broader stroke to this. The Prime Minister was in Japan. He's not attending per se the military celebrations which are happening day after tomorrow. While he was in China, he also had a telephonic conversation with the Ukrainian president before he met with President Putin. So there is a broader stroke to this, for sure. But the big ticket item, sir, which we can't ignore, is the SCO declaration specifically mentioning Pahalgam, specifically mentioning cross-border terrorism, completely opposite to what happened just a few weeks ago when Rajnath Singh was there for a SCO meeting where they refused to mention Pahalgam. And a specific comment made by the Foreign Secretary, and you'll be able to read more into it than I possibly can. Vikram Misri did not come and say that we are asking for help or asking for assurances or seeking assurances or looking for cooperations on cross-border terrorism. He said China is helping us with cross-border terrorism. What do we make of this?
Well, I think this certainly moves the needle on the whole conversation we have on cross-border terrorism, and particularly the one we've been having since Op Sindoor globally, not just with China, but globally. Remember, China is the country that has been obstructionist. The last time around, it put a technical hold on the declaration of terrorists, of the designation as terrorists of Masood Azhar and so on. But this time around...
Okay, I'm sorry to have to interrupt you in mid-sentence, sir, but this is for digestion, because as I mentioned,